I'm ready to go ahead and start putting the ball screw on for the Y-axis that goes across and all my electronics and all that. But it's back order and I'm waiting for it to come in. So what I thought I'd do before that is make sure that all my axes are square and plumb. So what I did here is I brought this all the way over. It's just touching here, the bit is just touching on the top of the torsion box. Slid that all the way across, and when I get it over onto the other side, it's about 5 millimeters out of level. And I'm not sure how that happened. Wood has a tendency to settle. So as you know, we can go ahead and take this and adjust it. And I've noticed that when I got this all the way over here, the bottom bearings had come loose a little bit, so either it settled or the top rail came down. So we'll just go ahead and adjust that there. The next thing that I wanted to do was check this here for square all the way down. I just dropped this down to just about below a little bit below the level of the torsion box. Brought it all the way out to the end here. Had it right up against my 3/4 inch MDF, locked it in place, and rolled it all the way down. And then found I was about maybe not quite a millimeter out of square. And I think that just has to do with that this piece of MDF isn't sitting perfect with this angle iron. So I will take a piece of MDF, several pieces of MDF, put them in here between the torsion box and the angle iron when it's loose, get it all tight, screw it back off where it belongs. The last check for square that I want to do is I'm putting the router all the way here up against the bottom of the torsion box, and then I'm moving it over, and I'm finding as I come this way over, I'm about 3 or 4 millimeters out of square. I know my piece of MDF is perfectly square, so that tells me there's a little bit of a rack in our gantry going this way. I can go ahead and clamp it and try and pull it over, and maybe hold it there for a day or two, see if that does it. But I know that when I hook a motor up on this side and hook a motor up on that side, once I put them wired together, they will have to move at the same pace when they roll it back and forth. The two motors will engage, and I can show you how that wires up. So I can't really do anything until I have the motors and I'm ready to go with that. So with that, we'll go ahead and hopefully the ball screw shows up pretty soon and we'll get that installed here. So here's the best demonstration that I've seen on YouTube and other spots that kind of explains how these two motors are going to run in tandem to drive our gantry evenly from each side. You notice the A plus is black and A minus is green, the B plus is red, and the B minus is blue. And if I connect, which I did, the blue to the blue and the red to the red and the green to the green, you just spin this motor, they spin in the same direction. But we have motors on the opposite side of the gantry, so they have to spin opposite of each other if they're going to drive this equally. So to fix this situation, we take the A from this side and we hook it up to the B positive, I should say, of that side. The A negative, and hook it to the B negative. And then the B negative to the A negative. And finally, the B positive to the A positive. And that's how they work. Now I was going to use this because my gantry was a little bit out of square to keep these in square. If you move it fast, it'll keep in line, but if you go slow, It's not enough electricity by the magnets to generate, there's not enough electricity to generate the power to turn this, so that's not going to work, so I had to come up with a different solution. So I'm going to mount the Y ball screw for the Y axis. I got this block all the way down to as far as it'll travel. Move this into place, measured over from here to here. It's 80 millimeters from the edge of this bracket to right here. I'm going to go ahead and get this layout put here in the center, and I'm going to go ahead and screw it and mount this to there, put the Z axis back on, and then we'll mount this in place. So I measured over 80, and that's where the edge of the bracket is. And then I went over, the screw holes are another 8 millimeters over from that. I'm going to center them between these two V-grooves, which is this line right here. And then it's 47 millimeters from center of hole to center of hole. And then 24 millimeters from here to here. I'll drill these 4 holes as such. Going to oblong them a little bit just to make it a little easier to mount. Going to block this up to its approximate height. See if we can. Holes are way off. Should have centered it between these and these, not these and these. Crap. Okay, after that fiasco, the center is between these two V-groove bearings right here. Now I got to transfer this layout to the center on that. Here it is. This will all be underneath the Z drive, so you won't even know how off I was. Gonna elongate these holes. That'll help it fit a little bit better. Or should I say easier. Okay, got this back in place right here. Hopefully we're closer than last time. Well, it wasn't pretty, but I had to drill 2 more holes because I got the layout wrong 3 different times, but I finally got it laid out. Now I need to move this Y bracket out of the way, and rather than spinning it by hand, well, it works. So now I'll go ahead and drill the pillow blocks into the gantry. So what I ended up doing was cutting this bracket that I had built all from this whole length here. I cut it in half. Nice splinter. So to square this thing up, I couldn't do it with the motors like I thought I was going to do it. I just actually took this bracket that was this whole length and I cut it the same height off the table up here as over there, split the 2 brackets, made this little base here, and then that way I was able to take the whole box and move it however I needed to move it, and I got it done and it's square. So now, bigger and better things.